Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do another swatch and review video for another indie brand. So I'm really starting to like to do these swatch and review videos for you guys. I really hope you guys like them as much as I enjoy doing them. I appreciate you guys coming here to view these videos to begin with. So hopefully I can, entertain you one way or another. So today I'm going to be doing videos on ColorKill, and it is a brand that I've been using since since the beginning of the year. I really find the packaging the most cute out of everything. When you put them together, it has this little girl kind of like Alice in Wonderland just sitting in a flower garden. It's so freaking cute. I absolutely love it. One box obviously has all four sides to it, but when you put them together, they make that picture. And I kind of had to throw that out there first and foremost. So these sell for $15.95, and shipping over $25 is free, which I freaking love because you can get two of them and not have to pay shipping. So you kind of get the most bang for your buck when you do that. I ordered two of them originally, and I was given two of them. I don't know if you watched my first swatch video, but I had every intention of swatching these and reviewing these for you months and months and months ago. But if you know me by now, then you probably can tell that I'm kind of forgetful and scatterbrained. So things don't always happen as planned. Just throwing that out there. But I was given two of them to try, and I'd been using these for a while actually. And most recently they came out with kind of metallic-y shades, their version of somewhat of a metallic shade, and I picked up just one, and that one is this one here. The boxes are so freaking cute. I need 4 of these shades just so that I can have a complete box like this set here. And this one here is actually what I'm wearing. Pretty vampy, kind of diva-ish. I really love it. It does have a very subtle metallic-y look to it, which I don't hate. I really love, actually. I have 5 shades that I'm going to be swatching for you today. And the one I'm wearing is a Cult. And then I have Indie Red, Playmate, Carnival, and Lotus Petal. Of these shades, I have used 3 of them, like a lot. And the pink one, which is Carnival, I haven't used very much. And of course, I just got this one. As far as the formula goes, just from what I'm using now, it appears to be the same as the rest. So I can go ahead and speak to how I feel about them. So we'll start off with, of course, formula. The formula is a cross between Kat Von D and Dose of Colors, I would say. So if you're familiar with Dose of Colors on me is very drying, and I'm not saying these are extremely drying, but they are definitely on the drier side, and Kat Von D just happens to be that threshold as far as, dry and just dry enough. So I enjoy that formula. That's one of my top 3 favorite formulas. So this one being kind of a happy middle between the Dose of Colors and the Kat Von D, I would have to say it can be at times drying. It just really depends on probably the weather, your lips, just how hydrated you are that day. I know like today it feels perfectly fine. I have at times worn one shade and felt it a little too dry compared to other days that I've worn it. So it definitely, it does vary depending on you. You're kind of the main factor when it comes to these particular lipsticks. The one thing that stands out about these particular lipsticks are the wand. It's a very big wand. It's a flat dough head, and it's much bigger than what I'm used to. I mean, with all my liquid lipsticks, and it doesn't have a curved edge at all. It's just flat and wide. So it can either be a good or a bad thing. It really just depends on the day. For me, like today, it was perfectly fine because I have the patience. But if you're in a hurry, I can see how this would be a problem. A lot of people don't like the bigger heads, but just because these shades are actually really pigmented, it kind of benefits it, so you don't have to actually go back in a second time, so you don't have to worry about maybe messing up. You can kind of get it in the first time. And of course, if you don't like the applicator, you can always use a brush. I don't mind the applicator, but I can definitely see how some people will not love this one. That's just personal preference in my opinion. I don't think it affects the product whatsoever. The packaging is similar to Jeffree Star's Dose of Colors, Makeup Monsters, the one I just reviewed. And I don't hate it. I love it. I actually really love these packaging because I feel like they're just so much more convenient and compact than the rest. That's just my package design preference. I really do love this particular shape. The formula, back to the formula, it is... I don't want to say it's liquidy, but it's definitely liquidy. I mean, as you can see, it kind of is on the rim a little bit here. But as far as pigmentation goes, it's freaking phenomenal. This one here is Playmate, and this is actually, I'm going to say, this is probably my second favorite shade of them all. It's a very peachy, pink, pale nude, which looks great on all skin tones. When I picked this up, I think, I want to say it was during the winter time. I don't know exactly, don't quote me on that. And it just so happened to be, and I thought it was still great on my skin tone. I know like most of us with the seasons, our skin changes. We look better in certain colors or in certain time of year. This one looked amazing with a lighter skin tone. So I don't think it would look bad, one way or another. It's a really pretty nude. I really enjoy this shade just because it's universal. The next shade that I freaking love is my favorite out of all of them is Lotus Petal, and I was very lucky to receive this one for free, and I'm sure it was just for review purposes, and I'm so glad that she sent me this one because it is just a gorgeous shade. It's like an orange. Okay, so it's a mix between Kat Von D's Double Dare and Jeffree Star's Gemini, I would say. Like, if you put those two together, maybe it would make this shade. It's, orangey. It's still considered one of the nudes, I would say. I happen to love this particular shade. It's got just enough brown to it that makes me love it so much for an everyday color. I think it's very flattering on a lot of skin tones. Like I said, I got this one during a lesser tan phase of my life, so it worked well with that particular skin tone, and I still think it looks good. I mean, even now you can see it on my skin tone. It looks great, and I've said this a million times, I have yellow in my skin, so I freaking love this shade. This is definitely my favorite out of all 5 of them. This is one I would say, pick it up if you want to try this brand because you'd like it. The next one is Indie Red, and I really love this red. It's so pigmented, and it's like a blood red. It's, I want to say, very warm tone because it does have kind of that almost an orange undertone to it. The good thing about these is there's really not very much of a scent. I know some lipsticks have scents to them. This one, I almost feel like it's very scentless. I know I said this before, scent matters when it comes to liquid lipsticks, so either you're going to have a good scent or you're going to have no scent, and this one just happens to be on the no scent side. But as you can see there, it's a very, very freaking beautiful red shade. I love it. These, I don't know if you can tell, but these aren't dry yet. They do take a little bit longer to dry. I know when I applied this one today, it took a couple of minutes to dry, maybe 5 minutes, which is, it can be long for a liquid lipstick. I know sometimes, you want that immediately dry formula. This one isn't one of them. I mean, it's drying, but it does take a little bit of time. The next shade that I'm going to be swatching is Carnival. And this is a bright ass pink. Like, I don't want to say it's a hot pink because it's not. It's more like a Malibu pink. It's freaking bright, and I know it doesn't really capture well on camera, but when you see it swatched, hopefully you can kind of get a better idea as to how bright this one is. I haven't played with this one very much, mostly because I'm not in a pink phase, I guess you would say. I go through phases. I mean, I don't know if you watch my favorites videos, but I definitely have a tendency of going through like certain colors during certain times. It just so happens like one day I will pick up one shade and boom, set for the month of that particular shade. And I haven't really been in a pink mood lately, like for the past couple of months, which is really weird because I have some gorgeous pinks, I'm not gonna lie. And the only pinks that I have been steering towards are kind of the like Masochist from Jeffree Star, that kind of pink. I love that pink right now, almost like a deep pink. It's just, that's just my preference when it comes to pink right now. This one here would look amazing on a lot of skin tones. Like, I don't find it unflattering at all. I find it very, vibrant and I find it super cute. So if you like a bold pink, then this is definitely one I would recommend. And the last color I'm gonna swatch is Occult, and this is a plum. Oh my god, this shade is so pretty. This is like a plum berry, and it does have, like I said, a very subtle metallic-ness to it, which I love, and I really am enjoying this particular shade. I think the shade's gonna be so great for the fall. And I know, like, with metallic lips being in, that this is just, it's amazing. I can't believe I waited so long to get my hands on it. It was kind of one of those things where I saw the packaging and I was like, that packaging is so cute. I need it, but I never bought the lipsticks. This particular shade, I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it because it's just, I mean, look at it. But I've only had this one a couple of days, and this is my first time actually using it on the lips. I did swatch it before. I haven't seen, like I said, any difference in the formula with the rest of them, but I'll definitely, you know, keep you guys posted. If you guys watch my snaps, you know, I'll mention it on there. But like I mentioned before, they do sell for $15.95, and I think that's a pretty great price. Like, they're super similar to even Makeup Monsters. It's a little bit longer, but I believe it's the same amount of product as far as net goes, and it's, you know, like, because the formula is so different, like this is a little bit thicker and not as liquidy as this one, then, you know, your wear is going to be different. As far as how long it lasts, all day. I know, because I've used Lotus Petal and Playmate a lot. I've worn them from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night without a problem. And I think that's like a general time span for some of these liquid lipsticks that I've noticed. You know, some of my favorites, they just so happen to last that long. The one thing about this particular brand that I have noticed is if you do continuously layer it, this one can feel a bit heavy on the lips. It's not light. It's not one of those lipsticks that you forget you're wearing, but it's still, like I said, it's an amazing long-wearing lipstick. And I think just because it's drier to me, that's just one of the main reasons why it just so happens to feel a little bit heavier on the lips. Just because anytime a product is really dry on my particular lips, and I can tell it's there. I don't want to apply any additional product to my lips if there are times that I feel like it's too much to bear as far as, you know, dryness. Then I will apply a balm over it, and then sometimes I'll go over it again with the shade, which kind of affects the quality of it. But like I said, some days it's just drier than the others, so I have to have that extra protectant on my lips. But that's kind of it as far as a review goes. They're definitely drier than some of the other liquid lipsticks that I use, but I do think that they have an amazing formula. I do think the shades are freaking amazing. The top ones are pretty much down to a dry, so you can see them there. I think they're gorgeous shades, especially the top two. That is Playmate, Lotus Petal, and then Indie Red, and then of course Occult down here. The middle, the pink one here is Carnival. If you want to see me do some swatches of these on my actual lips, then keep on watching, and I will see you at the end. And we're back. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed them. I will be doing more of these indie brands. If you want to see me swatch and review, a certain indie brand that you've heard of that you're curious about, please let me know. Comment down below. Like, I'm really excited to start this series on my channel just because, lipstick is one of my favorite things in the world. So I love being able to compare, formulas. Like this particular one compares to, like I said, Dose of Colors and Kat Von D. So, I would love to do that for you, with different liquid lipsticks. I don't have any on my list as far as which I'm going to be doing next, but I will be keeping an eye out. Like I said, if you want to see a particular brand that you've seen that I haven't used on my channel or even on Instagram, then definitely let me know. I'm more than excited to try that for you and swatch and review and kind of give you guys a little bit more insight as far as the quality of it. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. If you're not already, please subscribe. That would be great. If you didn't like this video, then please just walk away, pretend it did not happen, and maybe it's possible I get you in the next video. We'll see. Who knows? I think that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know down below, and hopefully I will see you next video. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
In the concrete.